Hi guys, welcome back. It's been quite a while since I've made a video like this. I'm actually going to be doing a review today on a film that I just went to go see with my dad. I keep saying I'm going to try to do more of these kind of videos, but I really did kind of feel like this one deserved a video. This film, it's kind of like a low budget film based on, but it's like on a bigger budget, but it acts as a low budget. Like if you watch it, you'll kind of understand what I'm talking about. It's very good. That's why I'm making this video actually, because I feel like it's good enough to where it deserves its own video and review. And I will go ahead and say this video it's probably gonna have spoilers, so if you don't want to hear spoilers, maybe don't watch this review. I'm gonna try my best to kind of narrow it down the best I can, but it's most likely gonna have some spoilers in it, especially when it comes to the kills. But the movie we're talking about today, I guess I'm going to say, is In a Violent Nature. I'm going to put a poster up for it, or a picture or something up here so you guys can see what I'm kind of talking about here. So In a Violent Nature, if you guys haven't seen the trailer, I'm going to go ahead and play the trailer right now.
Animals don't get too hung up on reason. They just keep killing.
Alright, and that was the trailer, guys. Absolutely fantastic in my opinion. It's very simple, but it hits marks for me, like things that just make me want to go watch a movie, that specific movie, I want to see some of the kills. I love at the very end of that trailer, whenever you see that kind of body pop up in the water, little things like that are what kind of turn me in the right direction to go watch the film. Because for me, when it comes to horror movies, personally, I know a lot of people might not be like this, but I like whenever it's really gruesome and a little over the top, like things that are like that makes no sense, absolutely fantastic, or that's a little overboard. I like the things that go overboard, and certain aspects of this film do go a little bit overboard. And it's definitely violent. It's not rated, but keep in mind, this film is very violent. Now, if you're really into violent things and really into like slasher horror type of movies, I think you'd really like this. It takes a whole different look on the horror genre, as it is a killer's POV instead of having the victim's POV. So you're literally basically the entire film seeing what it looks like from the killer's point of view. So you'll be like over the shoulder of the killer, looking through the woods, all different types of angles, which is beautiful in my opinion. I feel like we haven't gotten that truly in a film like based on that. I mean, sure, there's been aspects where we've seen it in other films, of snippets of the killer POV towards something, but not a whole film dedicated to that. And that's kind of what this film's all about, it's about a killer's POV, just taking a whole different look on that type of genre in general, the horror genre. Now, there's not really any music or like ambient build up music in this film per se at all. I mean, the only type of music there is the audio coming from the actors, which is the noises they're making and their vocals and all that. And then you also have like maybe if they're listening to a radio or something, like just normal life things that you would normally hear. But there's no like movie like ambient stuff. There's none of that, which is also a different outlook to be like, hey, we don't need this, let's make this as realistic as we possibly can, if that makes sense. You know, from the killer's POV, like, well, the killer's not going to have that scared, you know, type of feel, like that ambient deep music. That killer's going to be, he has a mission, he's going to go to it. Now, as far as some of the kills, they had some really unique kills that I kind of liked in there, you know, and they were really gruesome to the point where I was like, yes. And I mean, there's people in the theater, I feel like, were like, I saw them covering their mouth, and like, because it was just absolutely insane. I'm gonna try not to go into too much detail onto what the kill actually does, but there's a scene in the movie where there's this girl kind of on a cliff, and the killer's going to her, and she's doing like yoga, and that is by far one of the craziest kills I've ever seen in a movie, and it inspires me almost, because like I'm always trying to find a weird and different way of just making someone feel disgusted, and it did that, bro. And there was no like audio. It was just, you heard like the sliminess of the blood and of the organs coming out of her and all of that, and his weapon that he used and all it's just something else. I'm gonna go ahead and say what happened in this scene, because I can't hold myself and I feel like I need to say it. But basically what happened is he grabbed, I don't know if it was like a meat hook or it was some sort of hook or something, and he like wrapped it. He did some Jenga puzzle stuff. I don't know, he did something funky. I couldn't fully tell what it was, but he like wrapped it around her and like got it on her head and pulled her head like inside of her chest all the way through her body, and you saw it as it happened. So you saw the whole head like go through the body, and and then he like ended up shoving her off the cliff and rolling into the water, and it was a whole thing. And you hear every little speck of that noise. So you hear him like put the chain in there, you hear the chain, and you hear the organs moving, you hear the blood dripping, you hear all of that. So you get that full, like, you're like in fear almost, but it's not like trying to make you scared. It's like authentic scaring, if that makes sense. So you're not trying to scare someone with the audio and stuff. You're just, what's happening on the screen, what you're seeing right there is what they're getting their point across in that way, is what I'm trying to say. They're just trying to get the point across about, we're just going to have this person dying. We don't need the audio. We don't need it. We're just going to have this person, we're going to have her head go in there, and we're just going to gross out the audience. Love it. Love it. Love it. There's multiple kills that are like that in there. I don't want to go into too many details. Just watch the film. I believe it's on Shudder now. If it isn't, it's going to be on Shudder soon. It'll probably be out in physical media, hopefully sometime soon. It is in theaters right now. As I'm filming this right now, it is in theaters. Go watch it. It's really, 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 really good. As you start off with the film, it may be a little bit boring. It may act as if it will be a little bit boring. I did kind of feel that at the very, very beginning, but you have to give it just a second, because you don't fully understand what's going on yet. Like, you're just kind of like, okay, let me see kind of what's happening. I'm kind of confused, because it's, you know, it is kind of confusing, and it does start off slow, but it'll definitely pick up, and you'll understand once you get more into the film what's going on. But yeah, watch the film. It's something completely different. It's so different. I feel like if you are just a horror fan in general, I feel like something you should definitely experience, just because of how different this film is. I mean, it's super different. It's brought a lot of ideas and a whole bunch of different things to my brain, towards my film ideas and my script writing and all that type of stuff. So if you're into that kind of stuff, go watch it. The killer itself, I will go ahead and say, the killer himself is similar to like a Jason mixed with like, I don't know. He looks like Jason in my opinion, as far as the way he walks, the way he acts, like just, you go watch the movie and let me know what you think about the film. What do you think about the killer? What do you think about the story? Sorry about that, guys. My phone did a whole thing. It just shut off. But I'm gonna go ahead and finish off this video with saying, go watch the film. Let me know what you think. That I need to know if you guys agree with me, or if you noticed something different that I didn't maybe catch, that you feel like I should have covered maybe. But all in all, just go watch it. It's definitely, it's a really, 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 really good movie. Highly recommend it to anybody. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you guys are excited. I want to go and point out this new movie coming out, Cheerleader Elimination. It's going to be Julianne Prescott's directorial debut, which is going to be getting released through Retrosploitation. So keep an eye out for that, guys, okay? It's going to be really good. If you haven't seen the trailer, it should be over on Mr. Nemesis Beast's channel. You can look that up, or I'll probably have the link to the actual trailer in my description. It's going to be absolute blast, guys. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.